Hey y'all, it's your girl Pound Cake, and I'm coming to you today with a different kind of video. As you may have saw, my last community page post said pray for LA. As you all know, I live in Los Angeles, California, and currently Los Angeles is kind of on fire. I'll kind of give you guys a little bit of backstory. I grew up in this city, and it's called Altadena, California. It is north of Pasadena. Many people don't know about it. It's just kind of like a little affluent neighborhood, mostly owned by like black and brown families. And the crazy part about it is Altadena has like generational wealth, or had generational wealth. Many like grandparents, great grandparents worked really hard, bought homes, built homes, made that neighborhood a community. It is really small, and yeah, it's like one of those places or one of those communities that have the homes where, let's say you grew up there, you got out on your feet, and you know things just didn't go as planned. That was like always a safe haven. Like you can always go back to mom's house, grandma's house, you know, like you always can go back to your family's home. And last week, yeah, a fire came and destroyed pretty much 90% of Altadena. Like, it's really unfortunate, and it's like so close to home, right? Because you hear these things happening all the time in like different, you know, cities, states, even countries, and you just kind of like, you know, you always show empathy. You're like, oh my goodness, that's so sad, yada yada yada. But with this hitting so close to home, it's been so disheartening. I still have a lot of friends and family that live there. I went to school there, I grew up there, and many of my childhood friends, and of course some family as well, still had their homes, still had their grandparents' homes, you know, things like that, because that was in the family, right? Like the homes are always there. Now, the sad part about it is with the housing market, the economy, inflation, a lot of these people aren't going to be able to rebuild, right? Like a lot of people had these homes for 50 years, 60 years, you know, just for quite some time. And all they're really paying is, all they're really paying is like property tax, right? So property tax being like $2,000 a year maybe, or, you know, maybe $6,000 a year, whatever the case may be, depending on, you know, your location and things like that. You know, you base that throughout the months. You're not paying what's going on. With the housing market, a studio right now was like $1,800, $2,000 in LA. And you know, it's crazy, and I feel so bad because a lot of them aren't going to be able to afford housing, right? Like everyone can't rebuild. And some people did have insurance, some didn't. I hear that like State Farm canceled a lot of like the fire insurance policies. Like I heard there's a number of things going on, and it's just been so overwhelming. Like all my friends are posting, like of course on my Instagram and things like that. I have a lot of friends from like my childhood, from school, etc., who live in the community, and they are hurting. And I just have like survivor's remorse because I moved out of Altadena 10 years ago. It's been 10 years I've been gone, but I still have a lot of connection to the city. Like that's still my home, and my grandmother's final resting place is in Altadena. She's at a cemetery that's of course in my old neighborhood, and I heard the cemetery was damaged. Like there was a lot of damage, not just families, homes, but there's businesses, there's schools. A lot of things were destroyed in this fire, and it's so unfortunate. Like the Eaton Canyon fire was a catastrophe, and it's almost like, I'm not gonna say or compare because you really can't, but it's like almost like California's version of Hurricane Katrina. And what I mean by that is, of course, there was a flood on their end, and the levees, you know, just preparation is the issue. And with the fires, like we had barely any water, so they couldn't put the fires out. It's just been a number of things, and you know, thank goodness we didn't have as many casualties. I think there were maybe 4 or 5 lives lost, and you know, prayers to their families during these tough times. You know, but it wasn't like a super huge amount of people who passed away or any of that. Most people were able to kind of evacuate and get on, but we had like convalescent homes. A lot of older people owned homes in Altadena, and now they're unhoused. Like a lot of people are, like my grandmother's friend, she's 94, and she's always had her home in Altadena. She's lost that, and now she's staying like at like a civic center, like a little area where people are just kind of evacuating to. And there's no way for her to rebuild. Like, she's not gonna be able to rebuild. And the thing people don't understand is, let's say your property was worth $1 million. Well, now that the property is gone, all you have is the land. They could lowball you and be like $200,000 for your land. Like, it's getting crazy, and I hear people are already coming after people, like trying to offer them money for their land. Like, I hear that it is insane. And like, my heart just goes out to my city. Like, I just feel so, like, I've just been in a funk, and like, my birthday's coming up and I don't feel as happy as I should be because of my birthday, just because, again, I have like survivor's remorse because I wasn't directly affected because I moved. But this is so close, like, to my heart. Like, all my friends, just seeing them in like just being distraught and disarray and just can't function. And, you know, I'm so happy that people are putting together centers where they're providing the basic essentials like water, food, clothing, diapers, formula, like all kind of stuff. Like, they came together and they showed out. Like, the city showed out, you know. And I'm just so happy that, you know, people are just coming together and trying to make the best of the situation, trying to help people like rebuild. People are having like workshops so you can talk to FEMA, so you can talk to your insurance, so you can kind of, you know what to say, things like that. Like, the resources are pouring in, and I'm going to link a few of them below. Also, there's a list of GoFundMe's for people who also lost their homes, and I'll put that below as well. I know many of them, and, you know, whoever you choose, if you decide to donate, whoever you decide to donate to, it's up to you. It's listed there. The Baileys, I know them personally. Who else? Drew Cunningham. Like, many, I just can't think off the top of the head right now, but there's so many of them. The Mitchells, they're actually family to me. So the Mitchells have lost their home. My friend Ashley Ram, like, just a bunch of people have lost their homes. They're trying to rebuild, or even just trying to get by, right? So if you find it in your heart, there's a list below. These are all verified. I know there's a lot of people going to the, and people are just so sick, like sick. I've heard people are going to like the sites in Altadena, taking pictures and starting GoFundMe just because these are people that they're doing. And people always find a way to scam during people's time of pain. And it's just so disheartening. Like, you want to take a part of this, and this has nothing to do with you. Like, it's ridiculous. So I know that this list that I'm providing below is verified. The people that I know personally that are from Altadena and Pasadena, because, again, I grew up there. So, and it's not a really big area. It's literally a small community, and we like all know each other. So yeah, if you find it in your heart, the list is below. Do whatever you choose. Pick whichever, you know, family you decide to donate. And the thing is with me as well, like, I wish I was rich so I could donate to everybody, right? Like, I know so many people who need assistance, and I'm like, fortunately, but unfortunately, like, I still have to sustain where I'm staying. Like, rent is due. My mom, her job was burnt down because she worked there, so she's currently not working, so they'll have to pick up her slack. It's just a number of things that just kind of trickle down, and everyone needs help right now. Like, everyone is needing help, and I wish I could help everyone, but I can't. I'm only one person. And yeah, but like I said, if you find it in your heart to donate, the list is below. Keep your prayers for California, Los Angeles, Altadena, Pasadena specifically, even Pacific Palisades. Their city is no more. They burnt all the way down as well. And not to even separate, right? Because they have other homes they can go to. They have vacation homes, townhomes in the city. They can do whatever they choose to do. And that's, of course, to not diminish anything that they have going on, because a loss is a loss, right? No matter your status economically, a loss is a loss, right? Like, burning down everything that you had, down to your photos, down to, you know, things that are sentimental to you that you didn't think to grab when you evacuated, because I'm sure you thought you would return home, you know? And I think that's a lot of the issue people are having, because they evacuated thinking that this will be taken care of and they'll be able to, of course, return home, but there's nothing to return to. So I just send my prayers to my city, Pasadena, Altadena, Pacific Palisades, any and everyone who was affected by these fires, the Eaton Canyon fire, even if the fire that was in Hollywood for a hot sec, Studio City, Silmar, like, y'all, the city was burning down, and it was so crazy. And I'm sitting here just, ooh, y'all, and you know, I have my birthday trip. Like, right now I'm currently in Zanzibar, and I'm just still like distraught about it. Like, I'm just so sad that I'm here on vacation and my friends and family are just distraught and being displaced. Like, I don't know. And I'm trying to have a good time because, of course, you know, this has been planned since like May of last year. And I'm trying not to let it like get to me. Again, I'm having survivor's remorse because of, again, you know, thankful to God that I have a home to go to. And I just, you know, want to just let people know, hey, things are going on. You guys are going to be okay. We're going to prevail. We're going to make it through this. And we will have the opportunity to come back once again, you know, so. Sorry, I have to take a deep breath. But yeah, I just want to share with you all, just kind of give you an update and just kind of clarify that community post that I had. Also, I haven't really been sharing on my Instagram the links. Everyone's been sharing links of GoFundMe's. It's just been so overwhelming for me, to be honest, and I haven't done so. But I was like, why not share it to another audience? Because, you know, we all follow each other, so I'm like, why not expand to another audience? Whether you donate $1, $2, $5, or it's up to your discretion if you decide to want to do so. But I want to kind of bring awareness so that you all know what's going on down in my city and what's going on. But yeah, if you feel the need to donate, the link of the Google Doc that I know who made, and like I said, that has been confirmed and verified that they are actual victims of the fire, because I know them personally, many of them, not all of them, I'm not gonna lie to you, many of them. And yeah, pick and choose. I mean, there's no need to, you know, cherry pick, so I'm not gonna, you know, continue to list out people that I know personally, because I know many of them, but the ones I know that, I mean, just for examples. But again, whatever you feel, or whomever you feel to donate to, is up to your discretion. But that's that. Again, I want to kind of just share with you all the status of what's going on, just elaborate on that post I made on my community tab. And yeah, so anyway, I do want to thank you all for watching, and of course I'll see you in my next video. Bye.